The Ukrainian leadership is at its best trying to force Moscow to undertake a more decisive action to put an end to the existence of the regime established in Kiev. On June 20th, the Ukrainian armed forces launched strikes on drilling rigs belonging to the Russian Chernomorneftekhgaz company near Crimea. 109 people were working on the rigs at the moment of the attack. As of June 21st, 94 of them were evacuated. The rest are still missing. A rescue operation is underway. The targeted platforms, located 71 kilometers from Odessa, are a solely civilian facility, located far from any potential military targets. Therefore, the June 21st incident became just one of the latest in a long list of terrorist attacks intended to damage civilian infrastructure and cause casualties among ordinary people. Meanwhile, in the region of Donbass, artillery and missile units of Kiev's forces intentionally target the civilian infrastructure of cities in the DPR and LPR which are located behind the actual contact line. Donetsk and Gorlovka are among the most common targets of these strikes. Hundreds of shells hit these cities every day, leading to casualties among residents. With the moving of the focus of the Russian advance towards Severodonetsk and Slavyansk, pro-Kiev units enjoy the freedom that they have to continue conducting their crimes. As of June 21st, the most active military actions in the ongoing battle in the Donbass are still focused around Severodonetsk, Zolotoye, and Slavyansk. Therefore, it is unlikely that the terror campaign focused on LPR and DPR cities by the forces of the Democratic Ukrainian government will end anytime soon. Instead, NATO member states provide Kiev's armed forces with weapons, intelligence, and other kinds of direct and indirect assistance in these actions. The actions of the Washington elites and its allies not only led to the creation of this terrorist state in Europe, but officially made NATO countries participants and enablers of terrorist attacks carried out by Kiev's forces. This fact is the cornerstone of the tensions between Russia and the self-proclaimed civilized world, and no empty words from European and US diplomats about their commitment to peace in Europe will change this. In previous years, they made no real efforts to motivate their puppets in Kiev to fulfill commitments within the framework of the Minsk agreements, and created conditions in which the Russian military operation in Ukraine became inevitable. Now, NATO is making active preparations for an open war with Russia under the pretext of defending stability and peace in Europe. In this scenario, NATO member states could easily find themselves closer to nuclear mushroom clouds than they have ever wanted to be. It seems that the main hope is a decisive Russian military victory over the regime in Kiev that should happen earlier than when the NATO bureaucrats decide to roll the war dice.